It is time for the team draft. The European Championships are played next weekend. Top 4 players live at the LAN. We got a huge list of players where we will draft in a snake draft format. The draft starts in a couple minutes. It's versus overalls of the cards we will receive our teams in Ultimate Team. Not every NHL player is on the list. There's a bunch of guys missing. If you're interested, there's 145 names here. You saw in the last episode, I lost my seeding series, which means I will actually have the 4th pick. But it's a snake draft, so I actually think 4th pick might be the best, because 4th pick picks again at 5, etc. Let's start it off. Here's the players in the draft. Hansu Linho has the 1st pick, Temppani 2nd pick, Nick Douglas 3rd pick, and I have the 4th pick. There we go, 1st pick in the draft, Hansu Linho picks Connor McDavid. Ooh, huge shock. We will go over these first rounds in detail, and the later rounds I will just skip and show everybody's team. I've actually done a lot of work for this draft. I actually have a huge list of players for each position, in what order I will pick each player. Oh, Hedman went 2nd! Jeez! McKinnon 3rd, okay. This draft does have a lack of defenseman. Hedman is easily the best defenseman. Also, he does have gold stick 'em up, only defenseman in the draft who has gold stick 'em up. My pick, I will pick Auston Matthews and Sidney Crosby. Because in the draft, there's huge lack of centers also. I believe there's only 3 centers over 85 overall who have over 80 face-offs. Actually, Matthews and Crosby might be the only ones. Crosby has the 2nd highest face-offs in the whole draft. Yeah, I will just pick centers first, so it's the most important position for me, and now I don't have to think about it. Jack Hughes went 6th. Oh my god, I was thinking of maybe getting him in the next one. So first round was McDavid, Hedman, McKinnon, and I picked Matthews. 2nd round, Crosby, Hughes, Pasternak. Dude, Hansu got Makar. Hansu got Makar and McDavid. First 2 rounds, dude. Oh my god. I'm actually thinking about going through Doughty next. It might sound off the board, but like I said, lack of defenseman in this draft is massive. Doughty, one of the only defensemen who has stick 'em up as silver. Hansu picked 2 defensemen, Josi and Makar both. Dude, what is that first deep here? Temppanen went Matthew Tkachuk. Are you kidding me? The Tkachuk was so low on my list. Yeah, he's 93 overall, but he has 88 speed. So there's 1 pick, and then I have 2. Dude, Ovechkin is still here. Ovechkin is not my favorite player, but I feel like I have to take Ovechkin, dude. I have Ovechkin. Even Thompson is here, but I have to go Ovechkin. I'll go Ovechkin and Doughty. So with Ovechkin, I've always been absolutely incredible with him. Hasn't been my favorite player in real life, but in this case, when he's on the board, must pick for me. So I have Matthews, Crosby, Ovechkin, and Doughty. Huberdeau went after Doughty. Dude, got to say, Nick Douglas and Temppanen are making some weird ass picks. Okay, Huberdeau is decent in game, but Nikke still doesn't have a defenseman. Nikke's team contains of Huberdeau, Barzal, Hughes, and McKinnon. Well, he sure has speed. By the way, I didn't want to pick Adam Fox because he's too small. Kind of the same problem that like Carson has. Temppanen would take Thompson. Thompson is a guy I almost also took maybe instead of Ovechkin, but I just have huge history with Ovechkin in NHL games. He's awesome in game. Code 1T, he has Snipe and Truculence. And he also has Unstoppable Force, so he's just an awesome card. Hansu goes with Johnny Gaudreau and William Nylander. Dude, Heiskanen is still on the board. Heiskanen has the same synergy, I forgot to say, synergies are in this draft as well. Heiskanen has the same synergy as Crosby. Both have Hartan, so there's only 10 players per synergy, so it's very hard to activate, but if I can get a couple good overall cards with the same synergy, that might be good. Temppanen takes Adam Fox. Who else is available? Svesnikov is also available. I would go with Svesnikov and Heiskanen next. Pyro is maybe faster. Sider is also awesome. Sider actually has Truculence and stick 'em up, which is very rare in this draft. Kaprizov is still here. I tried Kaprizov a lot in the practice room. He's pretty small in size, even though he has gold wheels. I actually tried him, Svesnikov, Huberdeau, Brady Tkachuk, a lot of wingers at the same time in the practice room, and Svesnikov felt the best for me. Nikke went with Cairo. Yeah, this is just perfect for me. So it's my pick. I have 2 picks next. Svesnikov has that custom skating style as well. And yeah, he has Snipe. And then Miro Heiskanen, as I said, same synergy as Crosby. Yeah, those are my picks. Nikke still hasn't taken a defenseman. Oh my god. I will just show you this list a bit. Like, there's no defenseman. Quinn Hughes is super small. Yeah, he's fast, but after that, Morrissey, Theodore. I hope Sider is here in my next pick. Seth Jones also had shutdown and stick him up. So I will pick one of these guys next, and then maybe a faster forward, because we have a lot of size now with Svechnikov, Ovechkin, Matthews. Nikke goes Kaprizov. Dude, Nikke has still not taken defenseman. I hope he knows what he's doing. Or I actually hope he doesn't know what he's doing. Kevin Fiala over Clayton Keller. Both are super small. Keller is just a better version of Fiala. I don't understand these picks. Erik Karlsson is still available. Mark Stone available. Brady Tkachuk available. A lot of good players still available. But here's a crucial couple of rounds. After that, the player overalls drop down to the 80s, 85s, 84s. Hansu went with Seagrass and Sider. Hansu is being super smart. He's picking the meta players, he's picking every position. And then Temppanen and Nikke Dangles are... I don't know. Okay, Seth Jones went, so I didn't get Jones or Sider. Erik Karlsson is still available though. Okay, he went one pick before me. Quinn Hughes is still available. Morrissey would still be here. Look how much the defenders fall off though. After Jones, Theodore, Morrissey, like the best defensemen are Orlov, Dunn, Trouba. I think I want to go with the defenseman again, because defensemen are super important for me. I've been struggling with defense whole year and offense has been fantastic. I'll pick one. I'll pick Theodore. And then winger, dude, Clayton Keller, I absolutely love in game, even though he's a bit small, but not as fast. Dude, do I go Keller or Tkachuk? Keller has 91 speed, Tkachuk has 88. Tkachuk is a big boy though. Dude, I think I could just get some offensive cycle going and people will have a very tough time getting the puck off me. I'll pick Brady Tkachuk. He was higher in my list as well. I'll pick Tkachuk. So here's everybody's team at this point. I have Crosby, Matthews, Ovechkin, Svechnikov, Tkachuk. So my first two lines, left-handed players, are set. Then with Ovechkin we need a right-handed player. And that needs to be a bit faster as well. Dude, we have some big boys. Dr. Heiskanen, Theodore at defense. Quinn Hughes is still available. If he's still here in the next pick, I think I'll pick him. I have the slowest forward core ever. Honestly, my thought process going in the draft was pick the taller players. I didn't think I would go this extreme, but everybody else picked fast, smaller players super early, so I just kinda had to go this way. But LAN gameplay is always feels super slow, so that's why like these bigger players might be very, very, very effective. Morrissey went, Hughes went, and Hansu took Gofield and Keller. Mark Stone is still here. Stone and a right-handed defenseman. Spurgeon. The problem with Spurgeon is he's pretty small, but he does have stick 'em up and shutdown. Would I rather want Trouba? What's their difference in speed? Dude, Spurgeon has 90 speed. Trouba has 86. I might actually need the speed of Spurgeon. Yeah, Trouba went. It's my two picks. And Stone is still here. We will pick Stone and Spurgeon. Nikke goes with Oliver Ekman Larsson, who's an 82 overall. But he's fast though. And yeah, Nikke didn't pick defenseman in the early round, so he has to do this. Oh yeah, I've completely not shown you the goalies. Here's the goalies. There's only 4 players in the draft, so you don't have to worry about this. Vasilevsky, Helleback, Ottinger, Andersen. Just good. There's a good goalie for each of us. Maybe if I could get Vasilevsky, I could pick him early, because I really think Vasilevsky, 94 overall in Versus, he's great. I might actually go with Vasi, because the games are best of 1 at the LAN. Alright, one more pick and I will get Vasilevsky. Dude, I will shit rainbows if I get Vasi. If I don't get Vasi, then I just won't pick a goalie yet. Nikke went with Glenn Denning. He was 80 overall, but he had the best face-offs in the draft and he was fast, so I get why he picked that. Still Glenn Denning over guys like Raymond Mercer. I will pick Raymond and Vasilevsky. Let's do one last check. Raymond Mercer. Similar sizes, same speed. Raymond actually has 75 face-offs, so you could play him at center as well. I think Raymond is an easy choice here. Maybe that's a bad choice. I could have went double with Raymond and Mercer, took one of the other goalies, but I just really wanted Vasi. Alright, teams are ready. Let's go through everybody's team. So this is the team I ended up getting. Where I'm very strong at is size and centers. I have Crosby, Matthews down the middle. I have a lot of size on the wings. Ovechkin, Stone, Svechnikov, Tkachuk, my top 6 wingers. I have a great defense. Dr. Heiskanen, Spurgeon, Theodore especially. And then I got, in my opinion, the best goalie in the net in Vasilevsky. So on paper, I have the highest overalls in the draft for sure. What I was pretty surprised by was all the quick quick small players went instantly. So I was pretty forced to go with a bigger lineup. I could have thrown in a killer instead of Tachuk and maybe some other choices. My only synergy is Heart and Soul, which adds 3+ to face-offs, stick checking, and I think it was puck control and endurance. Crosby, Heiskanen, Mercer get those. So here's where I'm a bit worried about. For example, Hansulinha's team. You know, lower overalls, but his team is so much faster than mine. Nylander, McDavid, Gaudreau, Keller, Caulfield, Seklas. All of these guys have over 90 skating, right? Especially Hansulinha's and Nicky Dangle's team. It's just totally built on speed. Lower overalls, but even third line, Duckler, Howler, Ruin, fast. Cogliano, Makar, Josi, Siderdan, Andersen, Internet. Then let's look at Temppanen's team, the second pick. In my opinion, this is by far the weakest team in the draft. Pasternak, Thompson, Matthew, Tkachuk in the first line. Tkachuk only has 88 speed. Thompson has 70 faces. I don't know if Temppanen really noticed that, or is he even playing him at center? I don't know. I think this team lacks a lot to the other teams. To be fair, his second pick maybe wasn't the ideal position. It was a tough call with Hedman, McKinnon or whatever. His defense is good at least. Hedman, Fox, Jones, Hughes, Ottinger, Internet. Dude, I don't love Temppanen's offense. His defense, yeah, he has Hedman and Jones, which I absolutely love, but Fox and Hughes are smaller defensemen. Nikke's team, lots of speed. McKinnon, Hughes, Huberdeau, Cairo, Barsal, Kaprizov. Just speed everywhere. His defensemen maybe lack a bit. Carson, Moritz, Truba, Ekman, Larsson. None of these defensemen have any defensive abilities. That's what I would be a bit worried about. Hellebuck in net though. Very good team, and he had Workhorse active as well on certain players. Temppanen actually had Fly the Zone as well, so he gets some extra speed. Everybody has a very different team. I think Hansu, Linho, and Nicky have a very similar team. Temppanen has done something. I just have great centers, lot of size on the wings, but I do lack speed. I'm a bit worried maybe about me lacking speed, because faster players are very strong in this game. But at the same time, if I get the cycle going, I think I will have to play very cycle heavy at LAN. Like, I can at least counter the speed with just slower gameplay and keeping the puck. Everybody, let me know in the comments what you think about everybody's team. Who has the best team? What do you think of my team? What would have you done maybe different in the first rounds? Let me know. I don't know if I would have done anything different. Maybe Daughtry was too early. Just maybe, but he has stick 'em up. Like, those abilities are just massive. Everybody, thank you for watching. See you next time in the European Finals.